Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you that once again, the title of this video, it is not clickbait at all. Gacha Smack did indeed double down. And with that doubling down, due to some support that he received from AI to do reasoning and arguments for him, because I don't think he has the capability, Gacha Smack has decided to go ahead, leak my private Facebook that is not associated with my content creator persona, leak the details of my private Facebook, and dox me once again. Live on his stream in front of around, I think, like 2,000 viewers. And you might not be seeing the evidence right off the bat. No, it's just right here. Yep, this dude just decided to go ahead and post a picture of my Facebook profile right in front of his stream. And of course, he spends a good amount of time, you know, cracking some jokes, I guess, and stuff like that. This is a content creator in the space, right? In the gacha space, known for having some of the most unhinged individuals ever. And he's just decided to go ahead and leak the social media profiles of somebody that he doesn't like because of a disagreement over gacha takes. And what we'll be doing today is going over the mindset of Smack, why he decided to go down this route of, you know, just these insane privacy violations that really just make him look like one of the most unhinged, unintelligent, and after the stuff you see today, brain damaged individuals in the space. So first things first, let's go ahead and listen to, right over here, 503, Smack's overall takes on the drama, because this is a little bit funny over here, and I'm going to be increasing the playback speed a little bit because this guy has a tendency to like drool on himself when he's talking through his points. Just want to avoid some of that.
This Saint shit is the best WooWa anniversary event. Dude, I shit you not though, chat. I contemplated like literally never talking about the guy again. Just like straight up, just continuing on because I'm too employed to care about this. If I'm being honest.
Smack, let's correct that statement for a second. You lying. The reason why you lied is because you know that my name brings more views than the WooWa anniversary. Your reputation in the WooWa space, at the very least, is not at the level that it was, especially following your disastrous reaction to the 3.1 story. And as a result, making a stream about me pulls in more views than your reaction to the anniversary. That's the result. And so you're seeing kind of like the gold, right? Getting a little bit of gold lust over here. Seeing how much engagement you've been getting, and as a result, you've streamed about me more, or you've done more streams because they're about me in the past 3 days than you have in like months. 3 streams in 3 days versus just look at the infrequency over here 3 days ago for the live stream, 9 days ago, 3 weeks ago. So when it used to take you 3 weeks to do 3 streams, you're now doing 3 streams in 3 days. Because my name is bringing in the views. Of course you ain't gonna do 3 streams in 3 days when you be doing some Arknights Enfield sponsored grifting live stream and you only pull in 8.3k views in 2 hours and 36 minutes. The ad revenue on this thing could maybe buy you a Gatorade at the local 7-Eleven. Of course you ain't gonna be dropping streams like that when the viewership and the engagement is that low. But when the Saint hate is here, oh brother, get me on it again. I'm in there like swimwear, as they do say, right? So this whole idea, right? Gacha Smack, that, oh, I'm too employed for this drama. Isn't this like one of your jobs, making content? And clearly talking about me is doing well for one of your jobs. So, yeah, that whole logic, that whole reasoning don't make very much sense as a whole. And especially when you're going to spice it up by posting my personal social media to your audience so you can have a giggle and you can have a laugh. Yeah, the look is not particularly too good at all. Now, though, let's see a little bit over here about Smack and his approach to conflict resolution. Remember, because this all happened over a spat on Gacha Takes on the WooWa anniversary. Let's listen to what Smack suggests over here to resolve the issue. Because, of course, he doesn't want drama. Let's listen to this.
If I'm conflicting with a man on the internet, like me and him are doing right now, I'm not even kidding, chat. I'm serious. Like, if me and Tectone really went at it like this, if me and whoever, the Vulcan, like, if we really was beefing the way me and Saint were beefing, the next step that I would do, I would call him and I would say, hey, brother, it's clear we hate each other's guts. It's clear you don't like me. You can't stop talking about me. Let's be men about this shit. With your consent, we can go into a boxing ring. We can go into the mats. With your consent, I will come to your location. Send me location. And after we're done, whatever the outcome may be, we shake hands and we carry the fuck on with our lives.
So Gacha Smack's solution to a spat over gacha game takes is to go fight somebody like an ogre. This guy is basically like an orc. Work. This is straight up primitive behavior. This is how cavemen and Neanderthals resolved issues back in the day. And in the era of technology, gacha games, the internet, you want to go back to banging sticks on rocks to solve your own issues. And this is the thing. My personal take is that this is what Gacha Smack has done a lot in the past. Let me get a good freeze frame over here. You see this dude's teeth? Bro, these things look like bowling pins. His mouth looks like a broken piano. How many fights do you think he's gotten into in the past? And this is the big one. How much built up CTE do you think this guy has accrued? When this is his first approach, right, to resolving issues between men, how many times do you think he's done that in the past? And second, bro, I think he's built up enough brain damage to rival NFL players. That's why his memory, and we'll focus on that one in a second, that's why his memory is so bad. And of course, right, remember, this is all over Gacha Game Takes. This is all over the Wuthering Waves anniversary. This is all over disagreements on predatory monetization, grifting, sponsorships, all of that. And he immediately suggests that we go around and swing our fists at each other over gacha games. This guy has the emotional maturity of somebody that peaked in high school. And I'm pretty sure because of the brain damage he's gotten from all these fights, he's never been able to advance past that. And this is all the evidence that you need. A guy who's pushing for his 40s. Gacha Smack is a decade older than me and wants to fist fight me over gacha takes. He is a decade older than me. A man 10 years older than me wants to fist fight me over gacha takes. The most mature gacha CC. A lot of people forget the fact that Smack is 10 plus years older than me. Isn't that just nuts? Isn't that just crazy? This is dinosaur level behavior. And so there's obviously an easy solution instead, right? This disagreement's over gacha takes. Gacha Smack isn't an appropriate solution because we use our brains when we make our gacha takes. Why don't we both just take IQ tests? Why don't we just take IQ tests? That's a measure of our brain power, our ability to critically think, reason, logic, which is what we use in this disagreement, which is where this disagreement stems from, using our brains. But instead, you want to go, work. Fight me. Fight me. When the disagreement stems from our takes. Gacha Smack works multiple jobs. One of his jobs involves being a personal trainer, which involves training his body, working his body out. This would be like Usain Bolt settling all of his disagreements by challenging somebody to a 100-meter sprint. If I win, you're wrong. I wonder who's going to have the advantage here. The guy whose job involves him working out, or the guy who only needs to work 4 hours a day when he streams. Like, what are we doing here? Are you this dumb? Is your solution to all of your personal issues, Gacha Smack, is it to go fight people? That is what you're suggesting. You're going to fight somebody over 10 years younger than you because their gacha takes made you mad. Bro, you're pushing 40. You have a family, multiple children. This shit is embarrassing. Just imagine having to explain this. Just imagine it. You sound like the biggest fucking loser in the space. That's Smack's conflict resolution strategy. It might remind you, like I said before, of somebody that, don't even know what to say, bro. This shit is just retarded. Now, it's time for us to get into a bit of a situation over here. It's time for us to use a bit of a analysis, or really a counter-analysis of Smack as he addresses some of his doxing concerns. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, one of the big things over here that Gacha Smack really wants to get off of his chest or absolved from is this idea that he doxed me. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at this timestamp over here. This is just like a bunch of noise where he's just, I think it's just like a pointless watch. We'll go to this timestamp over here where Gacha Smack decides to consult a certain AI engine to ask it a critical question.
It really did. It tickled me. I was like, no way, bro's actually serious about this. He thinks I doxed him. So the first thing I did, chat, is I went to my nigga Grok.
Because Smack is too unintelligent to come to a conclusion himself, and so he requires the usage of an AI engine to do his thinking for him.
I went to my nigga Grok, chat. I said, okay, Grok, here's my YouTube.
Grok, help me. Grok, help me.
YouTube link to my stream. Here's Saint's YouTube link to his video. Look at what Grok said. Grok always gonna keep it a stack, chat. It's the funniest shit ever, dog. Look at this.
He's under the assumption that Grok is right about everything, which is one of the first things that they tell you not to believe, because AI makes mistakes all of the time. Like, that is like one of just like the core tenets of AI in the modern era, is that it's not always right, and he basically just said it's always right.
This shit is hilarious as hell. So I went to Grok. I said, here, this is the link to my live stream, the live stream where I roast this man. I said, based on this video, did Gacha Smack dox Saint Tontes? No. Based on this video and the surrounding context. Grok went a step further, found surrounding context. Gacha Smack did not dox Saint Tontes.
So he's out here. He read the first line. And, well, if you were to read the first line and you had a subhuman level of intelligence like Gacha Smack, likely that's been battered and bruised by the multiple fistfights he's gotten into in his youth. Guys, let me show you some of the greater reasoning over here and some of the issues with Grok analyzing YouTube videos. Let's read this line at the bottom. There's no evidence in the video description, available transcript snippets, or summary that Smack reveals Saint's private info. Do you want to know why? Because Grok can't actually watch videos. Grok is not able to watch videos. It's only able to parse transcripts, read descriptions, or the summary. That's why it states up front right here that those are the only things that it looked at. And guess what doesn't show up in those? Gacha Smack straight up going out and revealing photos from my non-public social media profiles. This dude over here is not aware of Grok's own limitations on its platform. He assumed it's always right because he has as many assumptions as a fucking high schooler who knows nothing about the world, but this guy's pushing 40, so it's fucking pathetic. And Grok themselves will tell you, if you ask them, right, about its ability to watch YouTube videos, all it tells you is that the only reliable way is to analyze the transcript. How come it's telling you the reliable way is to paste the transcript of the video? That's because Grok can't watch videos. That's why under here, Grok has gained multi-model capabilities over time, including the ability to, quote, watch. So this guy over here used an AI engine that can't even properly analyze the video. It gave him an answer that he really liked, and he just went with it, because you can read this. It has gained multi-model capabilities over time, including the ability to watch and analyze video content directly, not just text transcripts. Elon Musk and XAI have confirmed expansions in video analysis features, allowing Grok to process and summarize long-form videos automatically in some interfaces. This is what expansion means. It means it's not there yet. This is a confirmation from Grok, Elon Musk, everybody themselves, right, that's involved with his AI, that it can't understand visuals. This is expansion. It's not there yet. Smack, you put in a prompt into a fucking AI engine that can't even analyze the video part of the video. And you use that to absolve yourself of the blame of doxing me. Yes, it is a fact. It is confirmed that it cannot see or analyze the shit that you're doing over here. But do you want to know an engine that can? Because there is an engine that's able to analyze videos. It's called Gemini. Gemini by Google. And you want to know what's also by Google? YouTube. So why don't we see what the take is over here from Gemini themselves? Google's AI product that's actually able to analyze videos. Based on the contents of the stream you linked, here are the answers to your question regarding the situation. Is this doxing? Yes. And look over here how it pastes the timestamps. It pastes all of this. It gets direct quotes and everything. Smack. Compare this to the dog shit looking thing over here where it doesn't even have timestamps. It doesn't even have any like sort of like, okay, let's see the full thing over here, right? We're seeing over here it's super vague. It's super vague, right? Not providing a lot of context. But then this one that we're looking at over here, it's got all of this. It's got all of this. So let's keep reading this one. Because as we all know, the Grok one is a bunch of bullshit anyways. Yes, what is described is considered doxing. In the stream, Gacha Smack actually reads the definition of doxing aloud at 53:43, noting it as the malicious act of researching and publicly publishing private identifying information about an individual without their consent, usually to harass, shame, and intimidate them. Later in the video, Gacha Smack shows private DMs between two individuals identified as Fox Soul and Gacha Smack's moderator, Loki. In these messages, Fox Soul claims to have acquired the YouTuber's Saint personal information stating, "I got everything on him. Address, friends, family, graduation, even the school was nice enough to share." Do you see any of that shit in here? Any of that additional context? No. You want to know why? Because all of those statements, right, were only in the visual part of the video, and Grok can't analyze that. While Gacha Smack argues during the stream that his moderator Loki didn't literally dox the creator because Foxhole was the one who dug up the information and shared it privately, the act of tracking down someone's legal name, school, and family details is a massive invasion of privacy. Furthermore, if Gacha Smack took those exact screenshots and broadcasted them to a live audience of thousands without heavily censoring the private details, photos, or school identifiers, he effectively publicized the dox himself. And the thing is, you didn't need AI to understand this. If you had any semblance of common sense, you would understand this. But my take is that Gacha Smack has tanked so many blows to the head that he actually has CTE. And so he's mildly retarded, and that's why he didn't even know what he was doing in the first place. So, should Gacha Smack be held responsible for at least blurring the images? Yes, content creators are bound by the terms of service and community guidelines of the platforms they stream on. And remember, this is Gemini, Google's AI, and YouTube is Google's product. YouTube has a strict harassment and cyberbullying policies that prohibit sharing someone's private identifying information. Guess I'm gonna have to go take a look at the YouTube TOS when it comes to stuff like this. Google's AI product is telling me I should go do that. Even if Gacha Smack's primary intention was to expose the conversations as receipts or evidence to defend his moderator, Failing to blur out real-world photos, school locations, or legal names exposes the victim to potential real-world harm. And did he do any of that? Nope. When a streamer shows unblurred sensitive information to thousands of viewers, they are amplifying the privacy violation and can be held accountable by the platform, e.g. through strikes or bans for facilitating doxing. And then boom, they show the entire thing in all its glory over here. And this is the thing, ladies and gentlemen. This report from Gemini looks pretty goddamn damning, doesn't it? And it's a lot more fucking detailed, and it's a lot more fucking consistent than the garbage over here that you're seeing from Grok, because Grok is doing this analysis with only the transcript. Grok didn't see any of this. Grok saw none of this. And through Smack gassing himself up off of a literal, proven by Grok themselves, faulty AI engine, at least in this circumstance, Grok is good for other things. You know that it can't understand visuals yet. And that's what he used. And he used that as justification, ladies and gentlemen, to just go fucking ahead and dox me again. He just used that as justification to just dox me again by not just posting the image. Bro just decided to post the top half of my entire Facebook profile. And of course, dox me again with this one. Just posted the full fucking page. So this guy used Grok AI to justify himself. It's wrong. And with that wrong justification, he did it again. Again. Your name is not in it. That's only your face. You don't need to reveal somebody's name for it to be a doxing, you fucking moron. Because if you're just sharing somebody's photos in front of your entire stream without blurring them out, because there's obviously identifying information there, that's clearly a fucking problem, right? That's clearly a fucking problem. Do you know what a reverse Google image search is? Guys, he's doing all of that shit, remember, because of Gacha takes. He doxed me a second time over Gacha game takes. He challenged me to a fist fight over Gacha game takes. This is the self-professed most mature CC in the space. The most mature CC in the space, guys. And his solution to a spat over Gacha takes is to fight people and dox them. I have never seen somebody stoop this low and behave in this way and still have the gall to say that they're in the right somehow. And it's just absurd.
Fucking gullible ass community, which I expected. But this is why I told y'all he doesn't have no power over me. Because the only people that he's going to convince are people who already hate me or people who are already loyal to him. That's why I said there's not really there's nothing he can really do about this. And what the guy needs to understand is I'm just the bigger creator. So like, if you keep doing this, brother man, I'm gonna get more views. If I don't even care about the views though, but it's like
Smack wants to talk about being the bigger creator. Let me show you a little bit about our YouTube statistics over here. This is Gacha Smack. This is information he has publicly available on his YouTube. Join 22nd of June 2009. 36,400,000 views. So essentially, that is 17 or so years of content creation. 36 million views, right? Decent. Decent. Let me show you my stats. May 8th, 2024. 58.4 million views. Remember how I said Gacha Smack likely has a lot of CTE built up and brain damage? These are publicly available statistics that you can simply see within 2 button clicks on the YouTube page. And so, 17 years versus less than 2, and I've 1.5x'd his views on YouTube. He took 17 years to get a fraction of what I have. Well, I'm not even hitting 2 yet. I'm not even hitting 2. And I've 1.5x'd what Smack has done in 17. There's likely a big reason for why Smack constantly feels the need to verify, validate himself as the bigger creator. Because he's insecure. It's obvious. I think he's taken a look at these statistics as well, and he has to constantly convince himself, right? Like he's rocking himself to sleep. No, Smack, you're bigger than him. You're better than him. Yep, forget the fact that he's done more in 2 years than you've done in 17. No, you're bigger than him. I guarantee it. You're better. Bro has to actually be shaking at the premise that he's gotten into beef, that he's gotten into drama with me. Why do you think he drinks so much? Why do you think he needed to drink on this stream when he's addressed, and of course, doxing me? Bro is out here in such an indefensible position, saying the craziest shit ever about how much bigger he is, how much better he is, how much more successful he is. The dude bleeds insecurity. Like he bleeds the scent of alcohol after his streams. It's so clear. It's so obvious. And I think the most damning clip of them all is something that he actually said to me during one of his NTE broadcasts over here. Now, let me get this one going. This one's a really, really, really odd look. Bro, look at those fucking chompers, bro. Holy shit, he actually looked like a basilisk from Harry Potter. Jesus fucking Christ, he should never do that on stream, bro. Oh my god. Sorry. Oh my lord. Holy shit. Bro, his dental office is in fucking Loktar Ogar, bro. What the fuck even is that?
Why is Saint getting views? He's hate. I mean, he has hate watchers.
Listen to him immediately try to downplay my success, knowing that I've exceeded him in a fraction of the time. He has hate watchers. Sorry, my teeth aren't even close to that fucked up. They're actually, yeah, my teeth aren't even close to that fucked up, so I can't really get the fantasy effect there. My bad.
To be honest though, like, I mean, I wouldn't pursue that path at all. Bro ends that, and he turns off that camera and is depressed, guys.
Why the dude that out there looking mad depressed? Why he the one saying that? Brother, you out here pocket watching me when it comes to views, unprompted, doing all this work, saying all this stuff. You look like you almost crying as you say it. Probably because you've been having to stream 3 days in a row and you've never really done that before. What is even going on here? Bro's eyes are glistening as he goes around this point.
I'll be real. Any well-adjusted individual will tell you that. He turns that camera off and is deeply depressed, bro.
Smack, you the person that's suggesting we fight over gacha game takes. Smack, you the one that suggested we get into a fist fight over gacha game takes. And you telling me that you're the well-adjusted individual? Bro, your fucking dental records are essentially like your win-loss ratio. And by how fucked up your shit is, I assume you got a lot of losses.
That's why he has all that hate in his heart. Sad.
Smack, you the one trying to beat up somebody over 10 years younger than you. You asking to try to beat up somebody 10 years younger than you. What are you doing out here talking about hate in the heart? What does that even mean? How does that even make sense? And this is the thing. There's no reason for me to get into a fight with you, a physical fight with you, Gacha Smack, because I know you got experience. But the thing is that I am an individual that doesn't handle my disputes by fighting people like a fucking caveman. Just because this is something that you're used to doesn't mean that's the resolution path that most people are going to take in the good old 2026. And so just because you grew up doing that doesn't mean that you should be applying that lens. And think about it this way. You setting a good example for your kids? Do you want them to resolve all their issues by fighting people? Is that actually how you want to raise your family? I'm just wondering. I'm actually, like, are you setting a good example for your children? Legitimately. What's this crazy shit talking about being well-adjusted? Well-adjusted? The hell? Don't use words. Use your fists instead. That's the Gacha Smack way. Clown show shit over there, brother, man. Anyways, that's a bit of the segment that we saw over here, right? He over here talking about, like, being the bigger creator and stuff like that. I mean, let's just be honest, guys. This guy bleeds and oozes insecurity. And it's just absolutely fucking unreal. So now let's get to the root cause of the issue over here. Why is Smack so angry at me? And he uses this stream over here to do a big breakdown of why he wants to get into fistfights with me, why he's been doxing me, and of course, why he's been trying to lord his success as a content creator over me when he has a fraction of my views.
Yeah. People who are sensitive to sexual content. No, it's not that. It is. Here we go. I found it. It's right here. It's right here. So he says, this was his response, right? Relax, Grifta Smack. Go play Infield 1.2 for your sponsored stream and then never play it again.
Bro got so mad over this, it's insane. Bro was beside himself to the point where he thought that getting into a fist fight over this tweet was a valid take. He wants to fight someone over this tweet. This is the most sensitive man in gacha gaming.
Until 1.3. By the way, chat, my brother Tectone did the same thing with Wuwa. Every CC does this. It's smart business. It's literally just smart business. So like this guy like grandstands about content creators.
Look at him trying to corral in everyone else. I don't have beef with anyone else. I don't have beef with the people that you describe. Why are you trying to bring them in? Do you need help? Wait, do you need Tectone to help you? Bro, don't you already have 14 other people on your side? Wait, don't you have 14 other people on your side? Why are you trying to bring in Tectone to help you out too? Are you actually in the position, Smack, that despite having so much of this success, right? Despite having so much additional support from massive creators like Captain Cabinets, huge ones that are shaking up the space every time they make a move. You need even more help on top of that? Brother, Brother, for a guy that's challenging people to fights, you really gotta use a, like, level of logic and reasoning in your argumentation that doesn't make you look like a little bitch. Because you come off as a massive bitch over here, trying to bring other people into your problems because you took a shot at me first.
Guess what? Every guide maker in the space, they'll drop their 2 guides for the 2 characters, and then you'll see them again with the next patch.
Yeah, and I don't have beef with other guide makers, so I'm just calling you out because you operating like a bitch.
So he's not... Yeah, remember I told y'all how his dumbass does insults to adjacent people without realizing it?
No, it's not insults to adjacent people. You just try to bring other people in because you don't want to deal with it yourself because you're a pussy. You want to make your problem other people's problem. Because you can't deal with it yourself. You call it in the support, the hot tag, the quick assist. Brother, just deal with it yourself. The beef is between you and me. Why you gotta be out here trying to insinuate that it's between other people? Why are you so weak? Why are you so scared? Oh wait, I think it's kind of obvious. You know you can't handle actual logic to logic, take to take argumentation. That's why you want to start swinging some fists. Because you know your shit is cooked over here. That's why you're already you're asking for the ref. Ref, I need my teammate. Ref, I need a substitution. Quick, get Tectone in here to fight for me. Bro, this shit is so pathetic. It's crazy, man.
Like, him doing this to me is him basically calling every single guide maker in the space that drops guides for sponsored content on games. He's calling them grifters as well.
No, it ain't. All right, let's bring up another clip. Smack, you trying to bring in a bunch of other CCs regarding this? But you really can't, because are there really any of those other CCs, the guide maker ones, Tectone, all of that, have those other CCs said this publicly?
I'm in this space for the bag. You're in this space because you thought this was the best space to be in.
You're actually out here insulting every other Gacha CC that doesn't have the same viewpoint as you. You're classifying them as like less than you or dumber than you or stupid or more stupid than you, right? You're in there for the bag. All these other clowns, they in it because they think the space is good. And Jesus Christ, brother, man, you got like, bro, your teeth got layers. Your teeth got fucking layers, bro. Jesus Christ, that looks like a fucking fungal infestation. Looks like some shit from The Last of Us. Oh my God.
We are not the same. We are not even close to being the same.
You've been forgiven.
Because that's the thing. A lot of Gacha CCs, Gacha Smack, they in the space because they like the games. They in the space because they support the games. They like where they're going. Tectone is actually the perfect example of one of those CCs that you're out here talking shit about. You're one of the only CCs that's out here self-admitting you're only here for money, and by proxy, you don't give a fuck about the games. And so that's why when I'm calling you Grifta Smack, when I'm calling you out, it only applies to you. Because you are the only motherfucker in the space saying shit like this unashamedly. The only one in the space saying shit like this unashamedly. Maybe there's a couple of others out there. And if there are, then you can take the same shit I'm saying to you and apply it to them. And in a similar vein, is I win to lose openly say they're only there for the bag? Is Braxophone saying he openly only here for the bag? No, they're not, right? You the only one, so stop trying to take this criticism and stop trying to spread this beef because you need help. Stop trying to gather and rally the audiences of those creators and have them support you in your beef against me because you know you actually don't have any real reasoning.
They sponsored every damn body. And so it's like, it's not just a you exclusive thing. It's the entire goddamn CC space got the back off that game. And so it's one of those where, man, look, you can sit here and be, schizoing out about content creators' words or not. At the end of the day, how about you do what the regular fucking gamer does and try it out for yourself and have your own opinion, man.
So Gacha Smack basically out here bragging with Mr. 7 out of 10, Genazad, about how they both just took the bag for Enfield. And Smack's over here basically also saying, hey, content creators' opinions don't matter. Just judge your own. Just judge based off of your own. That's how you should be thinking about the games. And the reality over here is that Smack is just lying through his fucking teeth. He's basically just confirming that him and Genazad are bought the fuck out, and so their opinions are meaningless. And Gacha Smack is trying to apply that lens of worthless opinions to the entire space because he's bought out, and Genazad is bought out as well. And so, when your opinion is worth nothing, it's helpful, right? Easy to lie through teeth like that. I feel like when bro, like, breathes, there's, like, a constant whistle. Like, I feel like him breathing, it just sounds like whistling. Anyways, he knows that his opinion is worthless in the gacha space after all the openly unashamed grifting he's been doing. And the thing is that he's trying to imply that every CC, their opinion is worthless as well, by proxy. Yeah, just judge it on your own. Stop worrying about CC's opinions. I know I'm fucking bought out like crazy, so like, let's just say every CC doesn't mean anything. And that's why he's so upset. That's why he's so mad, because he knows he's ruined his reputation and his integrity in the space, despite being the guy that prides himself on integrity. Because you want to know why? His Enfield videos get no fucking views. Bro, it's the downfall of his channel when it comes to Enfield engagement and viewership is crazy. Yes, of course you would be out here saying, yeah, Enfield CC, Enfield takes don't matter. It's because nobody gives a fuck about yours. Because they know you lying. They know you a grifting rat fuck. And they know they cannot take your opinion seriously because you're on the record lying so fucking much regarding this game. But you still make the guides, though, because they pay you. And that's what grifting is. We've got some hypocrisy, ladies and gentlemen. And this is where Gacha Smack over here, he's really going to have a bit of a victimization mentality. I've got two clips that I'd like to share with you. First and foremost, let's get some context over here where Gacha Smack decides to call me a professional victim.
There's the victim. That's the professional victim.
Right? Keep that in mind. He called me a professional victim. Now I got this clip over here. There's a statement that I made, and it's a statement that I'll stand by. I said Gacha Smack probably did not go to college. Gacha Smack does not have a college degree. Just look at his reaction.
What the fuck? Okay, now that is weird, bro.
So he's out here posting images of my college graduation, posting images from my Facebook, posting my actual Facebook itself, and me saying that he doesn't have a college degree. He's like,
oh my god, how could Saint do something like this? What an unforgivable action!
That is so weird.
remember, he's the guy
There's the professional victim. Listen to it again, chat.
for hours.
Huh? Where the fuck did that come from?
You wanna know where it came from? Gacha Smack, like I mentioned before, probably likely has multiple cases of CTE from all the fights that he's gotten into. And Gacha Smack does not remember making this tweet where he outlines his life journey from the ages of 16 to fucking 27. And nowhere in this outline of his fucking life journey that he posted 1.5 fucking years ago, this shit is long as hell. It's very detailed and very personal. Nowhere does he mention going to college. And so, I remembered reading this shit. And so, I came up with the assumption of, oh, if this guy was working from 16 to 20, and then 22 to 27, he probably did not go to fucking college. He probably did not go to fucking college. Because I don't see anything about going to college in here. And there's not enough of a span of time, a gap in any of these timings over here, and I'm 1000% sure he would mention something about going to college because it's a bit of a flex. And guess what? Being too retarded to go to college is also a bit of an insult. So why do you think that Gacha Smack over here is trying so hard to frame it as weird that I simply remembered one of his tweets better than he did? I literally am able to recall his own tweets that he made less than 2 years ago better than he did, and he's trying to say that it's weird that my memory is good. Man, isn't it so weird that Saint has a memory, a brain that operates better than mine? Because remember what I said about him getting into fights, his teeth being fucked up, and of course, his memory being a piece of shit? I just really think this guy has brain damage. That's what CTE is, guys. It's brain damage. And when his main fucking solution to solving issues in the gacha space, right, is to go around and suggest that we fist fight, I think that's a pretty good assumption to make. You have a photographic memory? No, I don't, but I simply just remember offhand from reading that tweet a year ago. Oh, he never had the time to go to college, so I assume he doesn't have a degree. And his reaction kind of just proves that he doesn't.
Oh my god!
When you have no logic and when you have no reasoning, just laugh. Just laugh. Results of, I think, not going to college. Notice how there's no denial. So, bro is out here getting shook because I'm right, and I basically just called him dumb as fuck because he didn't go to college.
Why is he sure?
Why is he sure? I don't know, Smack. How about you at least attempt to remember what your own fucking public Twitter has been tweeting? Because guess what? This ain't like some 0-like post. This ain't like something that got no views. This thing got 400 likes and 13k views. And guess what? I was one of those 13k. This ain't like some personal Twitter post on like one of your like defunct profiles. This was on main and it got a lot of engagement. And so me remembering this doesn't make it weird. What's weird is the fact that you don't remember sharing this much information about yourself. That's what is weird, Gacha Smack. You don't remember saying all this shit on main to 13,000 people. That's kind of problematic, isn't it? I would get that checked out. And the thing is, I feel like when you go to the doctor's office and they do your CT scan, your doctor's going to think that they're instead of being at the hospital, they're at the local dairy facility, the cheese creamery, because I'm certain that your brain looks like it's got fucking holes in it. If your memory is this fucking bad. Jesus Christ. How can one person's memory be this bad? You don't remember listing out your entire life story publicly. And you try to chastise people that remember this better than you. I think you need to get your shit checked out. This might be a wake-up call. If you forgot you posted this.
I'm baffled. Hold on, I'm so baffled.
Because we got to get his full reaction for...
Dude,
remember.
Chad, I'm going to be real. And I will admit, this is a schizo moment right here.
For him, this is a schizo moment for him.
This is a schizo moment. This dude likes digging.
He's implying that I'm doxing him to find out information that he posted on main. This is how much he doesn't remember. And he's the one talking about digging and it being... Bro, oh, let's just get his words again, brother. Remember, this is the dude that just posted my fucking Facebook to his entire audience. And you might be wondering, oh, Saint, this is something that's obviously super bad and super crazy. Why are you so calm about this? Well...
There's the victim. That's the professional victim.
This dude posted his entire life story on main detailing what he did for the last, like, 15 fucking years. And he's saying that's digging? After posting my Facebook profile to his entire audience?
He loves spending all his fucking chronically online parasocial time, mentally unwell time, digging up on people. I think this motherfucker was trying to search some shit up on me, probably.
No, bitch, you offered it for free, but you forgot. You told everyone your life story and you just forgot you did that. That's the truth. You told your entire life story to your entire audience and you forgot you did that. How do you do that? Unless you got, like, severe memory issues. And how are you calling me the schizo over here? No, your mental problems are yours alone, Gacha Smack.
And he couldn't find, maybe he couldn't find, allegedly, maybe he couldn't find my college.
I never looked it up. Because I made an assumption based off of you not talking about college in your fucking life story, brother.
He's like, oh, this guy didn't even go to college.
Because I'd assume you'd have listed it out in that giant fucking story you wrote on Twitter.
What the fuck is that, bro? Huh?
Imagine that this guy is freaking out this much over something that he posted on Gacha Smack main. And he's out here just openly dropping pics of me from 9 years ago. Dropping pics of my Facebook profile. Dropping pics of my college graduation. And then this dude is over here. How could he do this? Oh my god, how could he do this? Over me saying he didn't go to college?
Huh? Just got doxxed by saying you don't have a degree? I think he's searching for shit on me, like legit. I'm not even kidding. The guy who's playing the victim for doxing might low-key be doing the shit he's accusing me of, bro.
Notice how he's still not saying whether or not he went to college. Like, it's pretty easy to just say, Saint's wrong, I went to college, I have a college degree, I'm educated. So instead of doing that, he starts like grandstanding over here about the moral implication of like me remembering one of his public tweets from like less than 2 years ago.
Yes, people searching.
I think it's just confirmed this guy is uneducated. Does it matter if you went to college or not? In the example over here, yes, because I'm calling him stupid and likely not college educated, and that's one of the reasons why he's fucking dumb. My logic is, I think Smack is uneducated, that's why his reasoning is so shit.
Here's the thing, chat. I've been to college. I played college basketball, but it's like,
I think he's implying that he's stepped onto a college campus before. Notice, what did you just mention getting a degree? Like, is it that hard unless it's not true?
it's besides the point. It's fuck.
Okay, so did he drop out? Like, this is the thing, right? Like, sure, I'm just going off of what he's saying right now. It's just, this seems like very unstable foundation. I guess he did drop out.
Fucking weird, bro. I don't like.
Hey, I guess. Hey, some people ain't built for that. No wonder this dude resolves his problems by fighting people. He was too dumb to finish his degree.
In some pipe, maybe somebody's just gonna go.
All right, now he's just double, triple dodge canceling to try to like reduce the shame over here. I think we can move on from this one. Obviously, Smack's gonna try to like talk about why going to college is bad because I assume he doesn't have a degree now based off of whatever the fuck this is. Now let's talk about Smack and him trying to shit on my community, trying to shit on my chatters. And this one's gonna be a good one.
No victim. Let's see how much sleep he loses when we make sure not another CN game company sponsors him.
Smack is over here, and he's gonna get really upset about a message that my chatter wrote after Smack doxed me.
Saints chat, by the way.
So let's go ahead. Let's look at what Smack's own chat writes to him. I've got the Wuthering Waves 3.1 story playthrough from Gacha Smack. The VOD of this is on the screen. These are all screenshots of Smack's own chat and what they say to him. And I've got a whole ass intro for it.
Look,
It's good.
a laser sword.
And she would sit on it. And then after that, we would on this chair.
That's a message, right? From his own chat. That's a subscription symbol. It's a Dragon Ball. YouTube chat. I told you to stop. YouTube chat says, call CPS. And his own YouTube chat also called him Diddy. This whole Diddy Smack thing, guys, my community didn't come up with it. His own community came up with the nickname Diddy Smack. His own community came up with Diddy Smack. It originated from here. The call came from inside the house. Diddy Smack's origins is from Gacha Smack's own channel. Bro been pre-ordering. Smack chatters do be funny, brother. They do be funny. And this is the thing. I'm just reporting on the issue over here. Hey, I don't hold these opinions. I'm just looking at two retards fighting. His own chatter be calling him this. That's how wild Smack's community is. And of course, imagine what you would have had to have done as a creator. Imagine what you would have had to have done as a creator for your own community to be calling you this. Just think about it. What would you have to do as a creator for your own community to call you this? All those things. And this is the thing. We could scrub code through the VOD. Hey, I'll just show you the Epstein Smack comment right here. It's all from this section of the VOD over here. It's all public once again. This is all Smack stuff. I didn't make up none of this shit. This is all from his community. It's all from his playthrough. It's all from his own reputational destruction during whatever the fuck this story quest was over here. And so we got Made Sure over here, right? He's just like, oh, sorry, Saint, if I caused you any trouble. Brother, you ain't causing no problems at all. This dude over here making a mountain out of a molehill because he got the emotional fucking maturity of a 13-year-old. And probably the brain power of one too, because all the fights he got into as a kid.
Chat, you don't ever see no shit like that in my chat.
Yeah. Yeah, Smack, we know. We see other stuff instead. Maybe he forgot. Maybe he just forgot. Do you see how... This guy is just retarded. I'm sorry. He's either retarded or he has early onset Alzheimer's. Dude, he like doesn't remember anything. I have never seen somebody just not remember public things of this. Dude, like how many recorded instances have we just seen of him not remembering, or I guess intentionally not remembering things? Smack, you should stop suggesting that you fight people to solve your problems. You don't have any brain cells left. Brother, you're already on your last leg. You should stop drinking too. I don't think your memory or your lack of memory can take any more. How is there so much you've forgotten? This one's only 2 months ago. Guys, this one is only 2 months ago, and you be forgetting your entire chat calling you Diddy, Epstein, CPS, FBI? Dude, that's all things that they said in here. This was only 2 months ago. And that is obviously far worse than whatever the hell is in here. Insane, bro. It's insane. And so I'm beginning to realize, guys, a lot of the issues, a lot of the beef that Smack and I have, or a lot of the beef that Smack has with, like, the woo-wah community or anything else, it's not really due to him dodging accountability. It's due to this guy having a mental problem where he can't remember anything, and so he thinks he's always done nothing wrong. He literally has, like, brain disease or something. And once you realize this guy is just out here, just like fucking with like the brain, like operating like your fucking 90-year-old grandfather, everything makes sense. This dude probably forgetting that the last time he got into a fight, he forgot his fucking parents' anniversary or some shit. Cause what the hell is even going on here? For this dude to be slinging out all this shit, talking about how good his chat is, talking about, oh, Sate is stalking me, because he can't remember anything he's done. He can't remember anything his chat has done either. Bro, this shit is just crazy. Now we gotta get into another clip over here. This one's gonna be one of the worst ones of all, ladies and gentlemen. Gacha Smack. The thing is, memory is not an excuse here. This is a situation where I'm just gonna have to assume Gacha Smack is retarded. Like straight up, he's got the reading comprehension ability of somebody that didn't even graduate elementary school.
This is 4K. The irony here, that ain't even doxing, it's fucking public. The same guy going so hard against me and Loki.
Notice how there's a second sentence in there? The context is right there. I don't know if you can even be blamed if someone put their full name on their YouTube. That ain't even doxing. That is the full context. It's actually there, and he chooses to only read one message, and that is his interpretation. I have to assume this guy has a disability, because this is the full message over here. And once you realize what I've written, bro, it's so easy to understand, it's insane. And the fact that somebody can misunderstand this, I'm just gonna be honest, it's impressive. So, you guys all probably know a big creator, right? By the name of Mark Rober. 75.9 million subscribers. So, if I were to post a link to Mark Rober, that's his first and last name. It's the name of his channel. Would I be doxing him? Because that's the argument Smack is making right now. Smack is saying that if I dropped a link to Mark Rober's channel, I would be doxing him. Because that's literally what I fucking say here. I don't know if you can even be blamed if someone put their full fucking name as your YouTube channel. That ain't even doxing. It's public info at that point. That is the point that's being made here, and this guy either intentionally misinterprets it by only reading one part of the message, or, based off of what we've been seeing, Smack is simply too uneducated to have the reading comprehension ability to realize that that's my point.
I don't know if you can even be blamed if someone put their full fucking name on their YouTube.
He even reads it out too, bro. Have you ever seen someone this dumb before? This guy's legit dumb as a bag of bricks.
This shit can't be real, bro. This shit can't be real. Let me mark this shit up real quick. I'm about to show y'all something.
And this is where this guy decides to start having the genius idea to show my entire private Facebook profile. And by private, it's obvious because I don't link my Facebook profile on my public content creator social media. But you know what? Fuck it. At this point, I think this dude genuinely needs to be aware of how fucking dumb he is. I looked up Gacha Smack on Google. Funnily enough, this video about him doxing me is the first result. The second result is his YouTube channel. The third one is his Instagram. You wanna know what happens when I click this? This motherfucker has everything! He got everything on his public Instagram! The third Google search result, when you look up his name, it's just all there! No wonder this dude don't take any of the shit he's doing to me seriously, because he can't even take himself seriously. He got his personal Instagram as the first link. He got his Facebook profile as the third one. Brother, the first link on your business Instagram is your personal Instagram. And this is the thing. I ain't going to invade his privacy. I ain't going to do it. Even though he's literally inviting me with a fucking hyperlink. This is the definition of public, Gacha Smack. You linked your Facebook, your full name, all of this shit. You linked it on your fucking Gacha Smack profile. But like I said before, I ain't gonna do this. Because I have some fucking morals, but I need to just earnestly inform you and your audience that you're fucking retarded. This is the third fucking link when you look up Gacha Smack. And you're out here actively doxing me? Brother, you do realize that if my audience actually genuinely wanted to fuck your shit up, they would have had to put in no effort at all, right? When you make the information this easy to get? Literally, you're providing public access to your entire fucking life. And you're out here. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Because you see anything? What happens when you look up St. Tontas? You get my YouTube. You get my X. And then you get a bunch of Reddit threads and Facebook hate posts. That's it. That is all that's there. That's it. And so the only social media I have, right, is my YouTube channel and my X. Do you see anything over here? No, all you have is my business email on my X, and all you have over here, right, my Twitch link, my Twitter, and that's it, and my Discord server invite. So no, my social media that you've been deciding to spread and send to everybody you can fucking imagine in your audience is not public. Unlike all of the shit you've just fucking linked on the third link when people look up your name. That's what public is. And so Gacha Smack, you can't be out here saying that you got fucking doxed. You cannot say that I doxed you. There's no fucking way when you are listing out all of the fucking info on the first fucking page of your public content creator Instagram profile. That is what public information is. And that is literally the direct application of this message over here that I made that you decided to intentionally misinterpret and use as a launching pad to dox my Facebook to your entire audience. What's wrong with you? That is what this is. That is what this is. You put your full fucking name on your public content creator shit. All of that shit. A link to your personal Instagram on your content creator shit. And that's what I'm saying over here. You are the one that's doing this. And so I assume maybe you didn't remember that. But this is the thing. You decided to take my message over there and use that as like a direct opportunity to just dox me again? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Why would you do that? Why would you fucking do that? Brother, you have doxed me 2 fucking times already on your streams. What the fuck is wrong with you? Go private your fucking shit. Lock your shit down. Unless you're fine with it. Maybe you are. Maybe you actually are fine with it. I don't know. Because you seem okay showing all of my shit. You seem perfectly fine showing all of my shit all fucking day on stream. So maybe you are fine with it, right? Ain't no big deal, right?
But wasn't that a private page?
And you think it's funny, though. You think this is hilarious. And this is the thing, right? I've got to assume with Smack going ahead and putting all of his shit up there in the forefront, maybe that's his intentions anyways. I'm not going to read into it. I'm just going to take what I see at fucking face value at this point. And it's insane to have your... Unless that was your intent. If that's his intent, he's free to do whatever he likes, right? It's just insane to have all of your shit over there if that isn't what you wanted to do. I'm going to leave it at that. But like I said before, none of my stuff that you would be able to use to find my Facebook, do all of that digging, none of my stuff, guys, you would not be able to see it from my content creator profiles. And so Smack is over here showing the efforts of somebody digging up information on me to find my name. They then took screenshots of this shit, sent it over to him, and then he posted it all over for his entire audience to see. Because this is doxing. Because I never gave my name out to people. People found out my name through whatever nefarious means they have available with them. Then proceeded to go look up my Facebook profile, sent you pictures, and you decided to publish it to your entire fucking stream. This Smack behavior is reportable. We will be reporting him. No, this is the thing. After I read that Gemini report, and I'll trust that one a lot more than Grok's, and I also know Gemini is made by Google, we will be going ahead and we will be reporting his videos as well as Loki Gacha's videos, all of them. And I think it would be very, very, very appropriate if we were maybe to see some community warnings and some community strikes as well. I'll also be looking up things like privacy violations, so on and so forth, to address this issue. And that's where we're going to be putting it. And if it ever does need to get to legal action as well, I will also be consulting my lawyer later today. The same one that's been, working on another issue that I have. I'll be consulting with that lawyer as well, and then seeing, based off the fact that Gacha Smack has given me all of his identifying information on his public Instagram, right? Since we have all of that, I'll go ahead and see if there's anything we want to pursue over there. And I'm like certain, not really certain, but there's something that makes me think that, what's their name? Footlover? Yeah, something about that makes me think that they might be interested in funding this case too. Who knows? But yeah, that's all stuff that we're currently thinking about right now, especially with this guy deciding to take things this far. Double down, all of that. And yeah, remember guys, remember this. This all started over Gacha Takes. This all started over me calling him Grifta Smack. And he's decided to take things this far, to this degree, to the point where I'm actually considering legal action. Because this guy's ego is so insane. This guy's ego is so built up, and he has gone so far with such a low-brow level of intelligence, he can't remember anything. He calls me a, creep, a stalker, because he can't remember his own tweets. This guy needs to be deflated, taken down a peg, and it's so clear he's been gassed up by some of the worst actors in the space, people that are digging up my private information, sending him stuff, and then he's like, oh yeah, this is a good idea to post. Let me go do it in front of 2,000 viewers. And he thinks this is all okay. He thinks this is all right. He thinks this is all gravy because he got a fucking favorable response from Grok. And that gave him the green light to just dox me again. When Grok can't even analyze videos. This guy's retarded. And we're just gonna have to see if he's criminally retarded. And that's gonna be really rough for a guy who's been bragging this much about how mature he is, how successful he is, how smart and intelligent he is, because this just looks like the dumbest fucking thing I've actually ever seen a content creator do. Legitimately, the dumbest shit I've ever seen one do. And it's all over Gacha game takes. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.